Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I'm here with Dark Horse and Bearstown.
What's up?
Dark Horse, you made a vid earlier tonight there that a lot of us, we had this stuff in mind about WWE mistreating Chyna and stuff, and you said pretty much exactly what needed to be said when it comes to this shit, Like, we don't want to grab the Chyna stuff and turn it into a negative of some kind, I made like my vid this morning. I was sad about it and stuff,
Yeah.
But there's some truth in the stuff you were saying there,
I mean, for how many fucking years have we watched the WWE mistreat fucking talent? They treat some of these people like fucking shit. You're talking Roddy Piper just last year, a guy that did everything he did for pro wrestling for the WWE, and one little joke he did on Steve Austin. Keep in mind, a motherfucker that beat the shit out of his goddamn wife, and WWE takes a side of somebody like that over a nice family man like Roddy Piper, and then Piper dies after you fucking cut ties with him. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, we like Piper, we're going to put him all over our goddamn website and kiss his ass because he's dead. Because he's fucking dead. Are you kidding me? You just fucking fired him. You just fucking fired the motherfucker. Okay? Chyna. I watched with my own eyes, dude. I watched with my own eyes this woman. You can tell in some of the videos that she did. She was bad off. She was bad off. To me, she was crying for help. To me, she needed somebody to help her. Okay? The WWE has that ability. They could have easily offered her an opportunity to go to rehab. I never once heard of that. I don't care what you say, Blake. I don't care what you motherfuckers on Facebook say. Well, I bet. I don't fucking care what you bet. I don't go off what you bet. I go off of goddamn facts. And the facts are, not once did I ever fucking hear they offered her a damn thing. Only thing I heard is they ignored Chyna over and over and over to the point she has to approach Triple H at a fucking funeral. That's how desperate she was to talk to them. Okay? So don't talk to me about all this other bullshit, because at this point, that's what it is. Fucking bullshit. Okay? This woman died. And now WWE is plastering all over their fucking YouTube page, video after video, with ads. What do you think of that, WJ? With fucking ads to make money. The fucking day this woman is dead, announced that she passed away, they jump right the fuck on it. Right the fuck on it.
They're making a bunch of money off of it, like you said, profiting off the dead, And just a couple days ago, they were treating her like crap,
Yeah, I mean that's the normal for these fucking morons. But let's connect the dots a little bit, should we? Okay, so the Macho Man Randy Savage, for years, fans pretty much, and I forgot to mention this in my video, but yeah, of course, for years we said he should be in the Hall of Fame before he died. You should put him in the Hall of Fame. What's the rumors that were going around? Well, Randy Savage fucked Stephanie McMahon, which is kind of funny. That's why he's not allowed in the Hall of Fame. But Stephanie McMahon fucked Triple H while he's dating Chyna, and Chyna's not allowed in the Hall of Fame. Do you see the fucking picture here? The fucking cunt, the bitch, Stephanie McMahon? To me, it's Vince's daughter, obviously. You're going to spoil her. She's a spoiled little bitch. But don't tell me she's not the reason that those two people couldn't go in the Hall of Fame. That's fucking stupid. It was personal. Okay, how many people have been offered a second chance? X-Pac, all the shitty things he's done. Beat the shit out of Ryan Shamrock, whatever her real name is. Beat the shit out of his girlfriend. He's a goddamn drug addict. I mean, he's told plenty of fucking lies. So, I don't want to hear any of that other bullshit. The point is, they got second chances. WWE sent them to rehab. And they wouldn't for Chyna. They wouldn't even offer her a helping hand when she obviously needed it. You know, who's to say if WWE didn't help or had helped her, she could still be alive today. I mean, that's fucking that's not a stretch of the imagination. That's something that could be said.
And why couldn't she have been given a Legends contract and appear once in a while in special little moments and stuff? Um, like Triple H was saying not too long ago that she's pretty much not allowed into the Hall of Fame because she did porn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he fucking said. And here's the argument, and I don't understand it. If the argument is you're not allowed in the Hall of Fame, you're not allowed to be in it because you fucked somebody on camera, you've done a porno. Then why the fuck is Sonny still in the Hall of Fame? Why the fuck is Hogan still in the Hall of Fame? Whether it was intentional or not, there's video footage of Hogan fucking a girl. It's out there. Same with Sonny. She was fucking a dude. I mean, she did a porno. She's still in their fucking Hall of Fame. You want to cut ties with Hulk Hogan, pretty much, because of racist remarks, but yet you support Donald Trump. It's just the constant hypocrisy with this company. And if you can't see that now, if you want to continue to defend the WWE, you are a fucking sheep. You're just a fucking sheep that will go along with anything this stupid-ass company does. And I'm not going to do it.
And
I'm not going to fucking do it.
To turn on somebody and to ostracize them or whatever simply for doing a porn, I think that's pretty dumb there. Like you said, they had the porn gimmick in the past.
Yeah, Val Venus, the porn star, they did a vignette with a real porn star, Jenna Jameson. They had Pamela Anderson appear at one WrestleMania. She fucked the dude on camera. She fucked her husband on camera. Don't give me that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. It's not because she did porn. It's because it had something to do with Stephanie McMahon, and Stephanie, God forbid, would be uncomfortable with Chyna around. Because, there's the threat that Chyna might have snapped and beat her fucking ass, which I would think she deserves. 100%. Film that shit. Put it on your fucking YouTube channel. Beat the shit out of that bitch. And make a lot of us wrestling fans happy.
And Chyna,
fuck her.
Chyna was like, judging by her YouTube vids and interviews, she seemed like a nice person and stuff. It's I think it's pretty sad to like get rid of her simply for doing a porn. One of the most popular stories in the Bible there, I don't want to get all religious there, but Jesus giving a second chance to Mary Magdalene, who was a prostitute or whatever it was there. But WWE, boy, you do porn, you're gone. It's doesn't seem right there.
Can I talk about this thing as well? I'm fucking pissed off.
Yeah,
Now, dude, you stop fucking kissing some fucking ass for that fucking person. You don't deserve it. At all. No, Chyna. When Chyna's been fucked, you fucking know her. You're fucking bad shit like a fucking double warrior. You need fucking money up. You make money off Macho Man, you make money off the warrior. Then you make money off Chyna, you call her the son of bitches. Now, when Chyna needed help, hold on, before Chyna is a fucking double standards. When Scott Hall and Jake the Snake Roberts, you fucking do? Oh, you helped them. You helped them. That's what you did. Stop him and just Scott Hall. The alcohol judge. Oh, Ric Flair. Oh, you help Scott Hall. You help Ric Flair. Oh, no, I was a fucking put a click. Chyna was a big star in the Attitude Era.
That's a very good point about the Ultimate Warrior too. And people act so fucking shocked when you bring this up, how WWE does use the wrestler's death to profit off of it. I mean, you can't deny it. It's go look on their YouTube page. It's right in your fucking face. If you want to deny it, you're delusional. You're a fucking fanboy. I'm sorry, but you are. Okay? Like you just said, Beerson, great point. Ultimate Warrior comes back, and I even mentioned this, for the Hall of Fame, and it was reported all weekend. he looked to be in bad shape, looked to be in bad health, and what does WWE do? They send him out to cut a promo about you're breathing your last breath, and they show that shit all the time. Oh, look, it's about breathing your last breath, and then he fucking dies. Then you sell a shitload of DVDs to profit off his fucking death. It's just fucking stupid. It really is. It's sad that they continually do this shit, and certain people just don't want to call them out on it. It's fucking pathetic.
And like just the way that it happened there, like in the past you had Chyna is married or going out with Triple H or whatever at the time. Stephanie starts going out with Triple H behind Chyna's back or something. And next thing you know, Chyna gets fired and Triple H and Stephanie get married. It's pretty messed up. And the rumor that I heard is that Stephanie had something to do with Chyna getting fired. I don't know if you heard of this or...
Yeah, I think Chyna's the one that actually was talking about it. Stephanie went running to her daddy, and something about she didn't feel comfortable, working around Chyna or some shit like that, and that's what I'm saying. That's why Chyna wasn't allowed back. And, that's totally wrong. I don't care if you want to talk about what a shitty person that Chyna was. We can look at it from the reason she's not allowed back to the WWE, and that's because of what another shitty person did. Okay, that's because of lies somebody else told, an affair that was going on, shit like that. She didn't do anything wrong there, and it has nothing to do with what we're fucking talking about. I'm just, oh man, I'm just really fucking just frustrated, to be honest, and I think it's bullshit. Go ahead.
If she was such a pioneer and great, like Triple H was saying this morning, then why did they let her go back in the day for nothing,
Yeah, and then why did they fucking try to recreate her, with Beth Phoenix? I mean, they kind of did try to do that. They had her come in the Royal Rumble and eliminate the Great Khali, I believe. I mean, the reason's obvious. It's fucking personal. That's the obvious fucking reason. It's some of the shit they've forgiven people for. Bret Hart for years run around bad-mouthing the company. It's one thing, man, and that's it. It's one thing, and that's fucking it. There's no way around it. I mean, I watched the interview that she did with Vince Russo. She seemed very sincere. She seemed very honest. I don't understand why she would have a reason to lie about the WWE. They are a shitty organization. They're full of corrupt motherfuckers. Vince McMahon being the top of that. The shady, shitty things the WWE has done, it's easy to believe that they would do stuff like this. They did fire her. They never brought her back. She begged to come back, and they denied her. Now they want to, try to act all friendly. We love Chyna. She's dead. Yeah, we fucking love her because, once again, the dollar signs are rolling in Vince's fucking eyes, in his fucking head. He's going to make a lot of fucking money now. A Chyna DVD's probably coming out. They'll probably put her in the Hall of Fame. I don't want to fucking see that shit. Does anybody else want to see Chyna in the Hall of Fame now?
Now it seems pretty messed up the way it went down, that they were refusing her being in the Hall of Fame, and now, and it's fresh too. It's from like last year that this was being refused, and now Triple H, he's like, oh, I don't make the decision. You know what I mean? I don't make the decision, but she should be in there. Something when the time is right. So maybe down the line, when the fans forget that Triple H was rejecting her, that's when the time is going to be right, I guess. There.
Yeah.
But,
Uh,
It's pretty fucked up that they rejected her last year, and now this year they're all cool with it. They're after they were refusing to talk with her and stuff like that. There she was all emotional and messed up, and
yeah. So
why couldn't they, hey stage man, why couldn't they make a DVD of her right now while she was still alive?
yeah. The thing with that is, before I say my point, what's up, DH and Bearston? How you doing?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Not much, man. It's been a while, man.
I
'Cause,
know it's been a while.
Uh,
but I did say I did hear a few things what you guys said, and here's another thing too. Remember on the Triple H Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast as well. That happened. I think was it a year ago? I believe it was. Remember when Austin brought up China in the conversation, and Triple H was giving out some stupid ass political answers like, "Oh, the reason why we don't really talk about China or whatever or shit like that's because I don't want to end up one of my kids searching up China and finding out what she does and shit. But really, in actuality, it's just because of Stephanie doesn't want to do anything with her. You know, it's just a bunch of petty bullshit. You know what I mean? It's really sad that some a woman like Stephanie has to actually ruin a girl's career, another person's career, just for petty bullshit reasons. You know what I'm saying? And now it's too late, I suppose. So
Like
yeah,
Dark Horse was saying, there's lots of other people in the Hall of Fame that did shady stuff, like Sunny, that's not only did porn, but she wants to sell her ring and stuff like this.
Yeah,
Dark Horse,
and she's been going on Skype showing her fucking getting naked, right?
yeah, for money,
Ask
yeah.
Malik, he ought to fucking know, motherfucker. But I mean, that's been happening. One more thing that I do want to mention is, remember how Austin's podcast used to be live? And he was doing them live until he mentioned a couple of things. Of course, Macho Man Randy Savage being in the Hall of Fame, and you could obviously tell Vince didn't fucking like that. Then when he brought up China, I think that was actually what caused them to start pre-recording his podcasts on the WWE Network. So don't fucking tell me because he brings up her goddamn name a year ago, and you get so mad you're like, well, Steve, you're not going to be able to do your live podcast anymore. And here we are, fucking in 2016, and you want to mention her all the time now? It's fucking fake. It's phony. The words about how she's a pioneer, it's fake. It's just
called
to make themselves look good. It's for their fucking image, and it's bullshit.
Just last year, and like you said, Roddy Piper too. It's they get rid of his Legends contract, then he dies, and hey, our big buddy.
and
yeah,
It's fucked
so
up. Yeah.
I said I put you with China. I cried because China was a legend. And I say now, I always see China talk. So China was kind of females, but China was amazing female. People know China more than know Trish Stratus. I cried because China was one of the reasons why. China was a legend. Now WWE puffing up dead people up. It's sad now. I tell you earlier in Hangouts.
And China didn't make it by being just like she did porn afterwards there, but like in the company at the time, she wasn't using her body and with muscles, but not in a sexual way to get over. You know what I mean? She got over because she was good in the main event scene a lot with Triple H and stuff like this. So she was good for sure. There, Bears. Dark Horse. Why couldn't they make a DVD of her last year instead? It's when she dies. It's for the ultimate cash in, like you said. There.
It's gonna make more money. A DVD of her when she's alive? or a DVD when she's dead. And
Exactly.
I'll make a comparison real quick. All right, so The Dark Knight, right? When Heath Ledger dies, the movie was made. Heath Ledger dies. Movie made a shitload of money because he's fucking dead. He died while they were like right after the movie was done filming or whatever. He fucking died is a goddamn point. And that movie made a lot of money. That's the way WWE does things. This is from the same company, the same bitch. Philanthropy is the future of marketing, where you're basically saying, we're going to take and use sick, dying kids and fucking profit off of them because we suck. We don't know how to please our fans anymore. So, hey, let's use sick kids and pretend like we care. And they do the same thing with their talent, the former ones, the current ones. Chyna's dead now, and they're gonna make a lot of money when they sell the DVDs. That's the point.
I wouldn't be shocked if, for the most pettiest shit they probably would ever do, if they were gonna make a DVD of Chyna, like maybe a year or two ago, is make like a self-destruction version of a DVD of Chyna, similar to what they did to the Ultimate Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, they pretty much did that in interviews with Triple H there.
Yeah, in a way, it's just stupid, petty crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a shock that WWE profits off death and stuff like that. They've been doing this for years, from Warrior, for Eddie, yeah, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it is what it is, but it's just a very shameful time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Posta.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
Not bad. We're discussing Chyna and WWE mistreating her and stuff like this.
I mean, it's a fucking joke. It really is a joke. You look at the way that they've treated their wrestlers in the past, and I know a lot of people are like, well, Chyna was shitty because she did this, and Chyna was shitty because she did that, and yada, 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 like the little marks that really kind of think that they know what's going on. But if you look back at anybody who's wrestled for WWE or WWF, and even still to this day, the shit still goes on, and nobody wants to say anything about it. They don't want to talk about it. But Vince McMahon has been notorious for fucking up wrestlers' lives. Hulk Hogan, the same fucking thing. This is exactly why I don't have any respect or any want to even acknowledge these people in the world of wrestling. Whenever they got rid of Hulk Hogan, to me, that was like justice served. But they've constantly had to fuck up people. They've kept them high. They've kept them on drugs. We know this. It's not a secret. Sometimes y'all dibble-dabble around it and try to dance around it and saying, oh, well, they got a wellness policy and all this other shit. But they don't really give a damn about their talent altogether. They never gave a shit about Chyna. They still don't. The first thing they do is sit there and do a PR move where they're sitting there saying, oh, well, we feel bad for Chyna. We feel sorry for Chyna. You don't feel sorry for a damn thing. You don't even respect your fans. Vince McMahon just came out and told his fans to suck his dick. He's going to put on what he wants to put on, and there's not a damn thing that y'all are going to be able to do about it. Do you really think that they really give a shit about Chyna? At the end of the day, hell no. I mean, she was a broken lady. She probably did some bad stuff, but the way that they treated her and their actions, to me, that is far worse. Because basically what Chyna is a product of wrestling. She's a product of wrestling. This is what your shitty business has done to people like this. And that's why, like I said, that's why I've kind of moved on a little bit from WWE. Because there is no passion. Everything's kind of dead in WWE right now. And the track record's just really not that great in WWE.
What do you think of them, like Chyna trying to get close again with WWE, and then she dies and they're all over it? Like Dark Horse says, now it's time to make money and stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I said that at the beginning of the night whenever I found out about it, because I had to work. I worked late last night, and Malik was the first one to actually send me anything about it. And you get a lot of hoax stuff, but the first thing I told Malik whenever I found out it was dead, I said, they are not going to waste any fucking time What they're going to do is they're going to make some sort of tribute to fucking China. And what the WWE Universe is going to do is they're going to go watch that tribute and they're going to go buy it and they're going to support WWE. At the end of the day, do you really think that fucking China would want you to put money in the pockets of the people that ruined her life? Probably not. So if you really had any respect for China, you probably wouldn't do the memorial, say, hey, fuck Stephanie, you can keep China's name out of your mouth. That would be the best thing for you to do. Same thing with Triple H. I mean, they're just fucking, these people are fake. They're fake. They don't give a damn about anybody. They don't give a damn about their fans. They don't give a damn about any of their talent. They may pretend like they do. They might grab CM Punk and hug him as he's walking out the fucking door to make it seem like they really respect CM Punk. But at the end of the day, the man almost died from a staph infection that you want to treat. They don't give a shit about anybody. They only give a shit about the money, the bottom line. That's all they give a shit about. They don't give a shit about entertaining their fans. They don't give a shit about supporting their talent. They just don't give a shit anymore.
You're cutting out.
You're cutting out, bro.
I'm on my phone.
What,
Can you hear me?
yeah, what do you think of Triple H saying that she can't go in the Hall of Fame, and now he's making interviews saying it's not his decision, but when the time is right, she might go in the Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't want to even be in that Hall of Fame, man. It's a piece of shit. And nobody respects the... I mean, to me, and right now I'm watching a bunch of WCCW. I was supposed to be doing a TNA review, which TNA show was pretty fucking good today because I just got through watching it. I'm watching World Class Championship Wrestling because, to me, that's what wrestling is. I don't see a lot of what WWE as wrestling, so it's a damn shame that out of WCW, out of WCCW, out of NWA, out of AWA, that WWF was the one to actually win the war and put all these companies, these great companies where all these great wrestlers wrestled at, out of business. And to me, yeah, I mean, I'm done. I've been done with WWE for a while. I've tried to give it a chance. I tried to support it, give Roman Reigns whenever they were pushing Roman Reigns the first time. I was trying to really get in and invested into WWE, but there's just nothing that they can do. I mean, it always comes back to where you started at initially, which is everybody's going to bitch, they're going to complain. They're going to say that he's just a Vince McMahon guy, and part of this is a part of the problem is that because of WWF back in the 90s, killing kayfabe, killing the sport, saying it was fake, coming out and saying it's just scripted material. We decide who's winning and who's losing. When they did that, they killed their sport. Right there.
Mm. So Dark Horse, you were saying stuff about Facebook. People were saying stuff, or
Yeah. Like I said, people are, nobody has anything as fact. It's all what if? Like, what if they offer? Well, what the fuck if they did offer her? They didn't. They fucking didn't. The fact is, once again, she went to their goddamn headquarters and she fucking went looking for Vince McMahon. If Vince wanted to get in touch with her, he could have. He could have said, you know what, Chyna, you want to come back? You got to go to rehab. You go to rehab. You show us that you're trying to improve, and you can come back and have another run or be in the Hall of Fame. They didn't even try to get in contact with her. They didn't try to have anything to do with her until now, and it's too late. I don't want her in their shitty Hall of Fame. And anybody that does is fucking retarded. I'm sorry to use that word. I know, no offense to anybody, but they're just fucking dumb. If you want her in that Hall of Fame now, you're stupid. You're a fucking idiot. Why the fuck would you want her in there now? It's meaningless at this point. She's gone. She's dead. And they keep waiting until these wrestlers are dead to do it. The more they do that, the clearer it becomes what their intentions really are.
They did that with Macho Man as well. Like, he got inducted last year, and it took them until he died 4 years prior for them to put him in the Hall of Fame.
The only reason they put him in was because Austin brought it up.
And then Warrior too, and Bruno, and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just people who we. At the end of the day, man, everybody's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. This is not really a legitimate Hall of Fame. This is Vince's in his head Hall of Fame. He chooses who's gonna be in it or not. It's whatever. It doesn't really mean a whole lot at the end of the day, but it's just whether she's in the Hall of Fame or not, it's kind of irrelevant at this point, you know.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not a legit Hall of Fame. From what I hear, a lot of the people that are inducted don't even really get to pick who they want to induct them. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry Lawler, I'm thinking, I can't remember who he wanted to induct him, but it wasn't William fucking Shatner. You know, that's just WWE. They pick who they want to induct you. They don't always let you pick who inducts you. And if they're truly honoring you, shouldn't you be allowed to pick the motherfucker? You know, it's all fucking fake is what it is. All fucking fake.
And plus, look, there's so many legends right now that should be in the Hall of Fame. You got British Bulldog, Rick Rude, Vader, and Demolition. There's so many people who should be in the Hall of Fame already. You know, but it's just stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all fucked Stephanie too. She was pretty much, from what I heard, she was a fucking whore anyway.
So she basically took Chyna's man, fucked her, and fucked her career. That's basically the story of this whole situation, man.
I was told today by one of our most credible YWC members here, Andre Corbet, Corbeil, that most of her depression was caused by the way she was handled after her departure. Not sure if you have thoughts on that there.
It's sad. Because Chyna loved to eat. You know what I mean? How she bust her ass. Now Chyna dies, a heartbreak. That's WWE's fault. Thanks to WWE, ruin her life. Go fuck themselves. Shane, Stephanie, and Vince, and they're poor people. They need to stop kissing ass now. You don't deserve to on a Chyna Hall of Fame. Never. And anyone who buys the Chinese DVD, you are 100% an idiot as well. If you buy Chinese DVD, you're a bunch of idiots. You don't respect Chyna. Right? You give WWE money. You give WWE money. You support this evil, vicious WWE kids money. I'm saying. That's why I don't really watch this DVD, because it was disgusting.
I can totally understand how she would be depressed. She was on top of the world in the WWF at the time, WWE. You know, she totally made her mark on pro wrestling, especially for women. She did something that no other woman has really done in pro wrestling. You know, it's very easy to believe that could lead to her being depressed because she didn't fucking do anything wrong. She was the one that was cheated on, you know, and she gets fired for that. You know, that's not fair. If I remember correctly, she won the women's title, and that was like the last you've seen of her, pretty much. She wins the women's title, she's fucking gone. You know, let me just sum this up with the Roddy Piper thing. Go back to this one more time. Roddy Piper, with all the stress and everything, you know, from the backlash with the Steve Austin shit. At that time, I said you can blame Steve Austin and as well WWE for, you know, contributing to his death. The extra stress, that shit didn't help him. The extra stress to Chyna, that didn't help her. Especially when they fucking flat out knew how much stress it was causing her, and they didn't fucking care. But yeah, it's their fucking fault. I blame them 100%. Fuck the WWE. Fuck, as a matter of fact, fuck pro wrestling as a whole. fuck the whole goddamn thing.
Paulston, our stage man.
Yeah, you mentioned the China and her stuff and the back in the Attitude Era. In a lot of ways, China actually helped made Triple H in a lot of ways if you really think about it. Like, I remember listening to some podcast or whatever where someone was made a comparison of China and Triple H to like Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth, but the only difference was Savage was a made guy and Triple H was in a lot of ways was basically a nobody, and China really kind of helped Triple H be put on the map. Like, in a way, China did put over Triple H in a lot of ways, and this is what she gets.
It helps with the image, the package, the visual of China with Triple H in the early days. Yeah, like Paul Bearer with Taker, it helped him a lot,
Mm.
So I agree with what you said there, Paulston. What's your thoughts on the depression thing?
I mean, WWE has a track record. They have a history of fucking up people's lives. You listen to the shoots from the Ultimate Warrior. You listen to people like Jesse Ventura. You listen to people like Jim Cornette. The McMahons have a track record of just being very, very manipulating, conniving people. And with Chyna, we do know one thing, that she was on depression medication, and she was on anxiety medication. And it's always a fucking track record. It's always the same fucking song and dance with WWE. These people suffer from anxiety and they suffer from depression. You should not have PTSD in the fucking WWE wrestling for that company. You put your body at line, on the line. You come out there, you do your job, you do it effectively. There's no way that they should be getting these fucking PTSD shocks and whatnot of just having so much anxiety and having so much depression after they get out of the WWE. The only thing that means is that there's something wrong back there in the back with management. That there's something going on in the back, which, like I said, we've already seen the stories of WWE and their sexual assault cases, WWE and their steroid cases, WWE and their politics. You look back, every time you turn around, they're doing something shitty. They're suspending fucking Titus for fucking touching Vince McMahon. They're doing all kinds of shitty stuff back there in the back. We know that they definitely have a fucking race problem. We know that they have a few perverts, obviously, running this company. That's not even up for debate. That's not even up for discussion. Why are these people committing suicide? Why are these people dying on depression medication? Why do they have all these anxieties? Why do they have all these mental conditions going in totally normal into the WWE, wanting to live your dream, and coming out fucked up, homeless, overdosing, and committing suicide on the other side? It makes no sense.
Yeah, nowadays they reach out to all the wrestlers that need help, but like you said, in the past, these wrestlers would end up in their cars, and nowadays they have a wellness policy, but just like less than 10 years ago, or whenever time period it was, there you had the doctor going into the back with a suitcase full of dope, and we heard from many shoot interviews that wrestlers would just line up and buy dope from this doctor who ended up getting charged there. So pretty sure somebody backstage knew about that shit going on,
Wouldn't be surprised if that shit goes on now.
Well, now it's clean or whatever, apparently, but that was reported all over the place. This doctor, they're selling drugs to them backstage and stuff, all kinds of drugs.
They just do this wellness policy shit and promote all this stuff to appease the fans, because they know that whenever Macho Man dies, you're gonna feel some kind of way about it. And if you find out that he's been on medications, or if he's had these anxieties, or if he died, or if he committed suicide, then you're gonna ask, why the hell is he committing suicide? Whenever you have an abundance of all these young deaths, wrestlers in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and whatnot, that are dying, you're going to ask about it, and you're going to demand something be done to protect the people who are entertaining. As a fan, you're going to demand that they protect these guys a little bit more. And the sheer fact is, yeah, you know what? The company has been PG, but it's like you're still not protecting these guys. You're still getting the same fucking shit. The best thing and I'll be honest with you, I know a lot of people are going to fucking hate this, but Vince McMahon just needs to sell the fucking company. And that's it, to somebody who is a good businessman, who understands that, who just doesn't just see these people as commodities, but as valuable assets. You know what I'm saying? They're valued assets. The McMahons look at them like commodities, and that's the fucking problem. They don't give a shit if you fucking snort crack and fucking go on to fucking meet Jesus up in the clouds. They could care less. They don't see them as valued assets. They see everything as commodities. And that's the problem with the company as a whole, man.
They've been starting to do this whole wellness policy shit, like back in like what, 05, 06, after Eddie passed, and they just gotten a lot more serious after the Benoit shit and stuff. So it's like, it's fine in that kind of way, but at the same time, why does it have to take a guy's death in order for them to change their act? You know? Hey,
Well,
What's going on, fellas?
not bad. We're talking about some of the more controversial stuff regarding Chyna there. Like the way WWE didn't want anything to do with her, and now all of a sudden she's a pioneer again and stuff.
Yeah, I saw this coming as soon as the death was announced. I'm not surprised at all. That's what they do every single time. It's good PR for them. It makes them look like they're the good guys, when in actuality, they could have helped her. They could have put her in rehab facilities, this, that, the other thing. They could have done so much more for her, and they didn't do a goddamn thing, and now they're going to pretend like they reached out to her or something. It's bullshit.
Triple H was saying she shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame, and now he's saying that, that when the time is right, and he doesn't make the decisions, but when the time is right, she might go to the Hall of Fame.
I think that's a slap in the face to her and her family, because when you think about it and you look at who's in the Hall of Fame, you have Kevin Nash in the Hall of Fame, HB Gay's in the Hall of Fame, you got Scott Hall in the Hall of Fame, all well-publicized drug users and drug abusers. And who else in there? Sonny, who's,
Does porn, yeah.
Yep, exactly. She's in there. So, again, you tell me, what exactly are we waiting for here? It's bullshit. It's an excuse. And Kyle Brachetto's hangouts suck, by the way, just saying.
And like you guys mentioned, the Warrior earlier. Warrior joins the Hall of Fame or whatever. This is after years of making fun of him and shit, trying to talk like he was a loser and stuff like this there, and
right.
He was bad for business, blah, blah, blah. They bring him in. He says he wants to do a special kind of award for WWE workers, the cameraman and shit like this that do that kind of stuff for WWE backstage. But instead, WWE turns it into an award for something else. You know what I mean? It's like for people that survive cancer, which is a nice thing, but that's not what Warrior asked for. And when they do these awards, It's like a publicity kind of thing there, you know?
The first
They find a way to. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I didn't hear you.
the first Warrior Award was to who? A dead person. You know, a dead kid that died of cancer. That right there shows you. But this is crazy subject real quick because there's people in the comments section. I guess they're fucking confused. That seem to think I'm saying WWE's profiting off Chyna's death because they said they're sorry about her death on their website. No, if you go to their YouTube channel, they got 6 fucking videos. Every fucking one of them are monetized, which means they're making money off of that shit. That means they are profiting off of it. It's not a goddamn lie. It's not a fucking conspiracy. It's a fucking fact. Go look for yourself.
It is true. That is true.
Fuck it, man. And just look at these fucking people that want to defend everything. This ain't a fucking joke.
It's like when they profit off of what's that, Susan B. Coleman. It's the same thing. Like they just try to paint the company in a positive light when in actuality it's just good PR for them, and good PR means good business. You get good business, you get good money. So they're profiting. It's just, it's all about business at the end of the day.
After doing bad things for years, suddenly they jump in every charity out there. It's an obvious PR stunt. These things there.
And I blame Stephanie McMahon.
When they do this charity stuff, we're partnered with the NFL to do the charity. We're partnered with this group to do the charity. You know what I'm saying? It's like a way to place themselves to make money and stuff,
Yeah, and I blame mostly on Stephanie and shit, because she is basically one of the reasons of the company going into this direction. Because, heck, not a lot of people tend to know this. Stephanie is kind of one of the reasons why WWE went PG in the first place, too.
She's over marketing, so, I mean, that tells you all you need to know.
So, for those who are mostly blaming, you can blame Vince all you want, but whoever's idea was for the whole PG thing, and it's because of Stephanie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it means it's new.
What do you normally do with it?
Like Dark Horse was saying.
Put them on the desk.
Like Dark Horse,
Or if it use this, because sometimes it'll say no location.
Caught me off guard there. I forgot what I was gonna say.
yeah, but I was mentioning about Stephanie was kind of one of the reasons why, actually the biggest reason why, Vince did what he had to do in order for the company to go to a different direction, which was to be appealing more for the family-friendly shit and all the charity work and all the other crap and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's basically the reason why the product is PG in a lot of ways, and because of Linda McMahon. But just here's the thing, man. If you want to do charitable work, fine, whatever. That's what every big company does, and that's whatever. But it's like, it's just, you get a philanthropy is the new way of marketing. But if it's gonna be affecting your product in a lot of ways, and you're just doing it just for the sake of benefiting you, that really in actuality you don't really give a shit, then well, it is what it is, I suppose.
Exactly. Just like the whole thing with Chyna right now. It's all to make them look like the good guy. Hey, look at us. We're paying tribute to somebody we never fucking cared about anyways. Hey, look, we're doing all these damn charities we don't really fucking care about. Is it really necessary to show that you're doing all this shit? Can't you do a lot of this stuff behind closed doors? But the fact that constantly have to publicize it, all that is they want the attention and they want the glory because they want to be the good guy when they're just a bunch of fucking assholes. That's really all it is.
Like this is what I was gonna say earlier. You mentioned Owen Hart, how they didn't stop the show and stuff, and suddenly they're very friendly people. It's like, It's fucked up there.
I mean, like it's like I said. Oh, do you think in the middle of falling, what was it, 80 feet? Owen's thinking, oh, I'm about to fucking die, but I sure want the show to keep going. No, I really don't think that's what he's thinking. I think he's thinking, oh shit, something's wrong. I'm gonna fucking die. Regardless of whether he was dead or not, he was severely injured, and they knew that. Most, I would like to think most organizations would stop a show if something like this happened. But WWE, they didn't because they didn't fucking care, let's be honest. They really didn't fucking care. And to prove to you how much Vince really doesn't fucking care, you guys were talking about the steroid trial a little earlier. And I remember a statement he made, something along the lines that he's not responsible for, any of his wrestlers taking steroids or being on drugs or painkillers or anything like this. But the fact that even back then especially, the bigger you are, the more of a chance you have to become a big star. Don't fucking tell me you're not responsible. When that's the image you're pushing, hey, get big, get bulky. I've seen a couple of videos where JR was talking to like developmental talents, and he's like, Vince wants you to bulk up a little more, get a little bit bigger. Fuck that shit. It is Vince's fault.
And Vince, he's like a bodybuilding freak, so it's not like he didn't know who was taking steroids, for fuck's sakes,
Yeah, exactly.
For all I know, there might be a lot of people who are doing that shit now, and even going back to the drug thing too, man. The whole drug violation, the wellness policy is kind of full of crap in a lot of ways too. Randy Orton's the biggest example. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy already got 2 strikes, and yet he's being pushed to the moon. It's telling you that, and I think Punk even mentioned on the podcast as well, that the company, either the whole strike thing is either you reach 2 strikes is either they make you fail it again, or you have to work a strike off so they can delete 1 strike off, which means your wellness policy shit means nothing if people can take your records away from you. It makes absolutely no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just, trust me, I wouldn't be shocked if certain top guys right now, or heck, even Randy Orton right now, who's out of injury, smoking that dope and doing all that shit and popping pills and shit like that. Heck, I remember he nearly died from overdosing a lot of pills and shit like that too. But again, it is what it is, I suppose. So, yeah.
And Paul Bearer, when he died, you can't get more fucking profiting than that. Fuck. Using his death in the story with the ashes, and Punk putting the ashes in his face, and and they were saying, oh, Paul Bearer would have been fine with it. The sons are okay with it, but both of the sons were crying on the internet there.
They did that with Eddie as well when he passed away too. And as much as he's my favorite wrestler of all time, they in a way exploited Eddie Guerrero by using it in a Rey Mysterio storyline as well, where one episode on SmackDown you have Randy Orton telling Rey, why you looking up Eddie like he's up in the heavens, man? Eddie's not up there. Eddie's down there in hell,
To sell pay-per-views.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And even even on a podcast, I think Ray mentioned on a podcast with Jericho, and he says that Randy and him were very uncomfortable doing that shit too, but WWE just told them they had to do it, So
The proof that the company doesn't give a fuck is the fact that they had Hulk Hogan induct Macho Man Randy Savage into the Hall of Fame as a fuck you, because they know for a fact, anybody who knows wrestling knows for a fact that those two did not like each other whatsoever. And I'm sure that would have been Randy Savage's last pick to go into the fucking Hall of Fame. The fact of the matter is that they just pick and choose who they want in every single time. I'm pretty sure Vince didn't want Randy Savage in there, but because it was good PR and the fans were overwhelmingly in favor of it, they had no choice but to do it. If you left the decision up to Vince McMahon, it would have never fucking happened. And that's exactly what's happening with Chyna right now, and all these other examples you're giving. That's the same reason why. It's all Vince. It's all Vince and nobody else.
Man, and Dark Horse can attest to this right here, because going off of what Will's saying, is who inducted the Freebirds in the fucking Hall of Fame? None other than the fucking New Day. Now, to me, I was going to go to WWE. I was going to go to WrestleMania. I have the money to go to WrestleMania. I'm spending it all on furniture right now. But I was going to go to WrestleMania, and Kevin Von Erich was there. When they announced that the fucking New Day was in going to go ahead and induct the fucking Freebirds in, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. This is fucking stupid. It's a waste of fucking time. I have no fucking respect for this fucking company because they don't have a respect for a damn thing.
I mean, having Randy Savage be inducted by Hulk Hogan is the equivalent if and when, Vince McMahon Jr. goes in. That's like having Eric Bischoff induct him into the Hall of Fame. It's the same fucking thing. It's ridiculous.
And when Triple H says he doesn't have the power to make the decisions, wasn't he bragging about like the Bruno Hall of Fame, about how it was all him that did that and shit?
That's right.
So with one wrestler, he has power, he's the savior, but when it comes to someone he has a problem with, he has no power.
It's a choice. They just don't want her in for personal reasons. Scumbags.
More so, Steph.
The reason why I think is because Chyna has said a lot of stuff that makes them look bad. Chyna has come out and publicly said that, hey, I was treated like shit. Didn't she say at one point in time she was hit in the face by fucking Triple H, and it wouldn't fucking surprise me none, because we know that WWE's had a problem with steroids in the fucking past. So, I mean, it makes them look bad. And anybody who makes them look bad, they don't want to acknowledge, because that makes them look bad. And, like I said, I'd just soon not acknowledge WWE altogether and just watch TNA. I'm fine with watching TNA. At least it's something that I only have to do. I only have to do it once a week. It's only 2 hours long. I don't have to get into any of the backstage news. I mean, I should be talking about who could possibly buy it, but there's one damn thing that's for certain. If fucking Vince McMahon buys TNA, he might as well has kissed the professional wrestling goodbye in the future. You might as well kiss it goodbye.
I gotta go with Will on this, because it definitely got to be the personal shit. There's been a lot of wrestlers that have talked shit about WWE, and they're in the Hall of Fame. Bret Hart being one of the biggest. There's got a lot of bad shit to say about Vince and the WWE, all kinds of things he exposed.
Yep.
But
Warrior's one of those guys too.
Yeah, to me it's the fact that it was Stephanie McMahon, like I said with Randy Savage. You got the rumors that she fucked him, and then there's obviously the fact that Stephanie fucks Triple H while he's with Chyna, and she's uncomfortable because, of what she created. So I mean, it's definitely personal there, and to me it's clear. It's fucking clear, but I don't know why it has to be that way.
Welcome to the world of big business, folks, where they'll fuck you over even in death.
Yeah. Sucks.
Anybody else got something they want to add?
How about let's talk about this, okay? The reason why I want you to even want to Chyna. Chyna is a legend. This is what the company is. Money. Many fans, I know a bunch of idiots who find this TV. You buy DVD, it's here for facts. Dumb. You know what I mean? I'm let me think about it now. DVD nothing. when you're trying to talk, yeah, Chyna was better. I think Chyna was a better person. Chyna was always be that was always kind of person who was honest. Yeah, money. Money come back. I want money, money, money. They can fuck themselves. They fuck themselves up there. You just have business for that people. I think that's it's better that way.
Anybody got any final words?
WWE is a very, very scary place. Wah, wah, wah.
Holston, Dark Horse.
Just fuck the WWE. I'm done.
Real.
Polson will be watching Raw next week, and don't go on Kyle Brachetto's Hangouts. They suck. It's terrible. Troll Fest 2016. Don't go in there. It's terrible. And that's it, man. Great show, guys.
Very sad day that Chyna died and stuff. You know? She was good during the Attitude Era, and you know. But at the same time, WWE is being fucked up with this situation there. It's the cold hard facts.
WJ, would you consider her the greatest female wrestler of all time? I mean, I would. I think it's obvious.
She's one of the top, that's for sure.
I mean, she won a male's title, for Christ's sake, one of the most prestigious.
She was in the main event, like I said. She didn't get to the top in wrestling by, you know, just doing bra and panties matches and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think she was definitely good there. Anybody want to say something positive about Chyna before we end it? Or?
What's up? Welcome to work.
Welcome to work.
Seen you parked out there for 25 minutes and you're not in here.
I was fucking. I can't get any fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dark Horse.
Her feud with Chris Jericho, where they're like the co-champion.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite all-time type of like things that happened in wrestling, because it was kind of somebody dying over there.
Sorry.
Kind of, it was like the first time anything like that happened, at least from what I had seen. It was just interesting to see a female get in there and go with the guys, like not only go with them, but she could hang with them. And that's where I learned, respect to Chyna, because to me she's one of the all-time greats. She deserves to be in a Hall of Fame, but I don't want her to be in the WWE Hall of Fame, because that's the fucking shit Hall of Fame.
Holston.
I have to agree with Dark Horse. To me, the fucking Hall of Fame right now is a fucking joke. It's shit. Now, the wrestlers that are in it are pretty legitimate. I hate to say that WWE doesn't have any talent, because they've got talent on the roster, I do believe. But whenever you have people like Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon who don't give a shit, it's hard to get invested into a product that they don't give a shit about. So, I have to agree 100% with the WWE Hall of Fame. You would be doing it right now just to pay homage and to get people to watch your shitty product.
I want to say one last thing. You don't want Chyna in your Hall of Fame because of, all that shit. Just inducted a fucking pimp, the Godfather, into your fucking Hall of Fame, talking about, in his Hall of Fame speech, talking about hoes, talking about a hoe train, talking about all that shit, like, the more you think about it, it's just extremely clear why she's not in the Hall of Fame. It's not because of porn, it's not because of anything else. It's because of this fucking bullshit. You know, Stephanie McMahon and just the McMahons. That's it. Out of all the McMahons, I think Jane McMahon's probably the nicest one, and maybe Linda. You know, but to me, the rest of them are nothing but pieces of shit.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
I think they should just fucking go. Triple H could run the product, or the Raw probably do a good job with it, but after all this shit, I mean, I just kind of lost a lot of respect, even more than I ever had, but I just have no respect for this stuff. Except for WWE.
Will, any final words?
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize for that mongoloid coming up and talking to me while Dark Horse was trying to talk. He's a fucking weirdo that I work with. So, but other than that, no, I got nothing else to say, man. You guys pretty much said it all. It's a sad day. It's a sad day, and it's a pathetic day for WWE. They should be ashamed of themselves.
You guys want to plug your pages before we go?
Who talks first? Me? WJ?
Go ahead.
First time shopping from Disney World, so yeah. Okay.
Disney, man. There's town back in business.
Hold on. Hold on. Some surprise for you.
Yes. Oh no. It better not be a mask.
No, it's a sword. One of those. Is that from Star Wars? Or
A lightsaber.
lightsaber, yeah.
Yep. I was playing games. Right, please like, subscribe, see you later. I'll put the first time, so.
Terrence Stage, man. That's on Wrestling Express, Terrence.
Yep.
We got Will from Will's World Entertainment.
Please subscribe. I need money. I'm just kidding. No, just subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. It's looking bleak. Somebody help me out.
We got Paulston, and you hear the famous name Paulston and the YWC. That's from the Prodigal Champ channel. What other channel do you have, Paulston?
Right now, I'm
Including
Prodigal Champ and Prodigal Backup, STV, the Dark Henchman, and then another account I use basically for the WCW stuff, but I don't get on it too much. So.
Dark Horse, you got the WCW channel.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't upload to any of the other 4 channels that I have, so it's kind of pointless to subscribe to them.
Alright, folks, that's it for tonight there. Next video will be a bit more positive, but sometimes you need to talk about that real shit there. So until next time, peace.